John Wick Chapter 3. I'm not sure if you have seen this video. Probably some of you know. I made a video about that before. Because I study politics, geopolitics, science, and also spirituality. And when I was watching John Wick's, I know that the Hollywood industry tells us hidden messages in this movie. Right? It's a kind of communication and subliminal programming, subconscious mind programming. And I will tell you the story. It's very interesting because just see it simple like this. In this movie, they say John Wick is a Russian. And then you have the Chinese, you have the Americans, and you have the Saudi Arabian kings in the desert. It's very interesting because we have like all the big players right now. Alright, so this is what's going on right now. This is what this movie is showing to us. There's a war between powers. Big people with money and power. China, Russia, United States, and Saudi Arabia. It's about oil, definitely. And it's about world power and domination. So John Wick, he was cast out of the Russian secret societies. So he was out. He was also with the cult. I don't remember exactly the name of this cult where all the powerful people were in the movie, John Wick 3. I don't remember, but let's say the Black Cult or something with Black. I don't remember. If you know it, please comment or just research it. And he was also in this cult, but then he got out. He got out. So maybe you know the story. He got out of all of this shit. Alright? He just wanted to live in peace. No more killing, no more war. He just wanted to get out. So this black cult agreed with that and he got out. But then the black cult tried to fuck with him. They had an agreement, but they gave a shit. They just tried to fuck with him. And he killed people, hitman of the black cult. Okay, this is what this movie is about. I'm just not telling any story. This is the story of the movie. Of course, the black cult didn't like that. So that's why. Okay, you have to see it like this. John Wick is Russia. All right. So the black cult, which is America, which is China, which is Saudi Arabia, didn't like that, or let's call it the deep state. All right. That's why they sent everybody after him. All kind of different nationalities, mafias and gangs in New York are going after him. But what is Russia or John Wick doing? I mean, because Russia, John Wick, already got out of that cult many years ago. That's what they tell you in that movie. Russia is no longer a part of this cult. Alright? You get it? So John Wick kills one after the other. Right? And of course, he knows, shit, I mean, there are so many people against me. How shall I do this? How shall I survive that? So he went back to the Russian secret society. And they offered him help. And they said, it was a woman, by the way, he was talking to, a feminine. It's the feminine force, which was very interesting. She told him, oh, you have to go to Saudi Arabia. You have to go to the boss of this black cult. So the movie is telling us that these rich Arab kings are the boss of this world. Alright? I mean, the Matrix. So what John Wick does is going there. Through the desert with Halle Berry, some shooting and shit. And then he finally arrived. And then he is with this superpower, Saudi Arabia, and the king told him, "Oh yeah, you have to do this for me, and then you're free again." So again, he makes a deal with the bad guys just to save his ass. And then he went back to the United States, to New York, probably to kill someone. I don't really remember exactly, but it was kind of like this. And someone of the black cult, the Americans, let's say, they sent hitmen after him. And they were Chinese. Alright? So what the deep state and the Saudi Arabian kings did, they were sending China after Russia. They were sending these 3 Chinese guys after John Wick. But they were totally in respect. Like, even the Saudi king was in respect with, he had respect. He showed respect to the Russian John Wick. Same as the Chinese hitman in this movie. They show respect to the Russian hitman, John Wick. It's kind of interesting. So what happened? These Chinese tried to kill him, but they failed. I mean, they were about to win, how you can see in the fight, in the war. They were about to win, but they made a mistake. And then John Wick killed all of them, which could tell us Russia has power over China. And maybe even over Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? But we don't know yet, because we have to wait for the fourth part of the movie. But anyway. And then in the end, it's John Wick against the deep state, some of the leaders of the black cult in America. And he got killed because he lived the illusion that he is a friend with someone, but he betrayed him, and he got shot, and he was thrown down from the roof. But he survived, as you know. And then when he went down in the underground and he found this so-called rat king or pigeon king, I don't know, I think it was a guy with pigeons, and he also was starring in Matrix, Morpheus. So here you have the parallel to the movie Matrix, as you have John Wick, Keanu Reeves, which is Neo. Alright? Is the one. He will save the world. Isn't it interesting that John Wick is also the same guy who's fighting all the bad people and who was part of the bad people before? Don't forget about that. Isn't that an interesting story? That he plays the same role in the movies, let's say, and then he's also fighting together with Morpheus against the bad people? What the fuck are they telling us? It's freaking insane. And I see a huge story and a huge connection behind, because it's obvious. It's super obvious. And so in the fourth part, they will join forces, Morpheus and Neo, let's say, and they will go after the Saudi kings. Alright, so I see a parallel to what is happening right now in this world at the moment. I saw a lot of mainstream newspapers about Saudi kings getting arrested, and there might be a possibility that the good guy from America, okay, and the Russians, that they are going against this black cult, the Saudi kings. I believe there is a high chance that it is like this. What I don't understand is, why are they showing this to us in this movie? You know, it's like that they know it is like this. But I was listening to an interview yesterday from David Wilcock, and he said because he has a lot of intels in the government, and he was told that the government is allowed to do evil and to do crime as long as they tell and show you what they do. And I believe with this movie they're showing to you that, oh, what's going on, you know, and that they got hit tremendously, and that there's a fight going on, like a big fight at the moment. Also, David Wilcock was telling this yesterday in his briefing, and I believe it. I mean, of course you cannot see it because you only see what the mainstream media is telling you. Yeah, so they don't show you the real deal. I mean, why should they show you the real deal? You know, it doesn't make sense because you're the slave. Why should you see reality? You know, why should you see the real deal when you're just a slave? But I mean, we're waking up. Or we see what's going on. We see that they might be afraid of Russia and that they respect Russia. And it looks like that there is some other guy who was working also with the Black Cult, let's say, the Morpheus guy in the movie John Wick 3, who was also working with them, but now is changing sides and is working with Russia. This is actually really what my belief is. And I also do believe that when Trump came in power in 2017, there was this huge hack, and all these emails got released from WikiLeaks. And I believe that has something to do with Russia, and Russia has shown all the evidence, all the videos, all the pictures to Donald Trump. Everything. And Donald Trump was like, oh, maybe I overthink my my ideas for the future. Probably. Because till now there's no proof whatsoever, nothing, that says that Trump was raping children or doing sacrifice with children, or whatsoever, or that he was in a sex cult, that he was with Epstein, you know, on the island. There's no evidence. So probably Trump was not with them. So what this looks like to me is that they really try everything to take him down out of office, because they know that he knows, and they know that he is against them. And he's such a good chess player, just a good actor. He's just doing a perfect job, and they are just shivering, they're crying, you know, because soon all this bullshit, everyone will see that they are criminals and that they are eating children and killing humans and doing sacrifice and torturing humans with radio wave frequencies and microwave frequencies. And this is just what it is, you know. I mean, the wheel is lifted, all the evidence is there, you know, and so many people know. It's like billions, I would say, already like have a clue that something is really, really wrong. I mean, the Africans definitely all know. All right, even the Indians, they are waking up now. So even in China, there are protests rising. So we are about to shift that thing, and let's see what happens. All right, you know, I do think we will shift that, and they may try it, because if they go down, Hillary, Obama, if they go down, they will try to take as much innocent and pure beings like us humans with them. They will try to take us with them. So we cannot celebrate now, because still we are not out. The psychopaths are still there. They still have money. They still have weapons. They still have control over the things, especially over the things that can harm us, the technology and all the shit. So we have to wait. We have to be patient. let's see what they do. Maybe or probably in a few months the shit is over and they are in jail. I hope so, because the people are waking up. And I'm not sure what happens with some countries like Germany. I know that Germany is not a country, it's not a state, it's a company. And this company is owned by the Federal Reserve. So this is just something you can look up on Google. You can just easily find on the official government sites of Germany or patent sites that Germany is a company and it's owned by the deep state. So I'm waiting for that, you know. I'm waiting for that to see that when Trump kicks ass and he comes in power. And I can't wait to see the changes in Germany, you know. I can't wait to see that. I'm just waiting for it. And soon it will be done. I believe in a few months there will be huge change. Huge, like Trump would say. And all these German politicians, they will be in prison. They will be in prison. And I can't wait for that. You know, I can't wait for that. And then we will have a normal life again without crazy psychopaths ruining and destroying our country, which is absolutely insane. Alright, people, watch the movie John Wick Chapter 3. It's full interesting stuff, as you will see. Peace.